Edward's back, Maya's been kidnapped, and now we are finally going to be starting the trial portion of Farewell My Turnabout. Whew. That's quite the intro, isn't it? Ay. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Oh, Adrian did not do it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go watch the last video. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. I bet the kidnapper wants us to say Adrian's guilty. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Oh, never mind. Well, it's almost time. Mia, we must get a complete acquittal today. I know, but I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Okay, funny. Wait, where's the prosecutor? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. There's no one there! I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor. Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? Shot? Does this mean Edgeworth has to do it? Yo. Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, she also hasn't beat me once, so it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. Whew. I thought he'd show up. Why is he there? Your Honor. Due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. After helping me, the prosecution is ready, naturally. Oh, it's back to old time! Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Angard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Poor Gumshoe. Witness, your name and occupation. He was fired. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct, for now. For now? After the trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. What, that he shouldn't do it for competition and he should just be doing it for the sake of being good? This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant went alone to their rooms, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Alright, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m., ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 13-minute break period. Please continue. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Angard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. With the post-ceremony show about to start, she went to get Mr. Angard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. That's when she found the victim's body. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest? Only a careful amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Is this poisoned? Now, real potential will be drawn here to this bandana. Banana? Oh. His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. Oh! We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. I thought maybe he was poisoned. First, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty, even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt Angard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Matt on guard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. On Guard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. And there's this button that was found on the defendant's clothes. And is the button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know the blood is on it was the victim's blood, sir. What? All this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Big talk for someone who's lost so many times to me. Like, you crazy? Matt on Guard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. Yep. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah. But you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. On Guard in everything. This year it seems like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Corrida lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. So true. So true. Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective? It's not, well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Objection! Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. Huh? No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! No, now, Detective. Let's continue with the testimony. Not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the costume. Huh? But can't you tell by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir! Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread of the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Gumshoe, you're supposed to be helping me. We gotta save Maya. That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found. We rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me? How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhead? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So is the defendant the owner of this knife then? Oh, do you have a receipt? There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal, this isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with it either. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix, yes? There's something very interesting about what the... Yeah, because they said they killed him with a bandana. Wait, but he was killed with a Oh, shoot. I meant to press... Okay, hold on. Hold on. I meant to press the save button. Hold on. Save. Because, he was killed with a bandana, was he not? Okay. Okay, hold on. Save it here. He was killed with a bandana. The knife, they said, like, what the heck, guys? You said you put the knife in after. Okay. You guys are so dumb. Where's that bandana? Oh, wait. Autopsy report? Yeah. What? Okay, hold on. What do you mean? He was killed with a bandana. The knife was just... Okay. Maybe the photo? I'm confused because he was killed with a bandana, so there must just be something I'm not presenting I'm supposed to be. Okay, wait, did I present the right one? One more time. So weird. Then what is it? Because if it's premeditated, why was he killed with the scarf and not the knife? Then this... Okay, maybe I present the knife? I'm confused. I'm very confused why they're saying that. Okay. Why would you... That's so stupid. Okay, whatever. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument is that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, I saw that too, but he wasn't killed with a knife. The knife was stabbed in him afterwards. Huh? It has Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. That's very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't... Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why is that? That's obvious. It came from the victim's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Oh. Then, where in the world did the knife come from? He had dinner for two, didn't he? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Mott on guard. Oh, he had dinner for two. Especially what was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Mat Angard's knife was missing. Mr. Angard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. No, because he was killed with the scarf. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. Seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, then. I just walked headlong into it. I wouldn't have. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here... Oh, let's save the progress. Oh no! I have to reveal the thing about the lady's attempt, don't I? Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court? I have to. It's the only way. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court is yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Oh. I have to do it. I have to do it.
Take that!
Sorry, Wright, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong. Oh. Okay, hold on. Maybe I don't have to do it yet. Maybe I don't have to do it at all. What if I say I don't? Then it's just decided. Phoenix, we'll lose this case if you give up here. You better show the judge something quick. Slow down. We all know I have the tendency to be wrong more than I can't even say it. There's one. Okay, so I have to say yes. Okay. That's crazy. One piece of evidence? Oh, there's a camera. Wait, there's pictures here.
Take that!
No? No? Really? Okay. Because I was thinking, like, she has missing pictures, right? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. That's crazy. Okay, load. They haven't talked about... I just keep trying things. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. I know that was weird, but I honestly figured we had to talk about the other lady we're trying to blame. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were, at one point, sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over with everything else in this is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yeah, isn't it? Thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth, What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound plausible, Mr. Wright. Could it? If I appear weak here, the trial's over. I have to look for proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set up that cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. That's actually true. What? You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There was only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one Adrian Andrews. What? Ugh. That is why I said that the person who has discovered the body had left it there. And are we done here, Mr. Wright? I can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurda. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor, and from here on out I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes, bailiff. Please bring in the next witness. Oh, I know. What is he thinking? He's thinking in the past he's jumped the gun too much. Why is she in that costume? Now then, witness, your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Gotcha! I wonder what happened to that calm composure you had earlier. Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the Witchesness stand. I'll tell ya. Just today, I'm gonna tell you anything and everything, even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime. Miss Witness, the terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays, not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Corda. But those two are the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of the room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed on the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Oh my gosh, please. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye on the whole time. That's when someone showed up. There was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard, Matt on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. Okay. Why? That's suspicious. So he came out of the victim's room. See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. That's so suspicious. What were you doing? You were trying to get the tea, right? Miss Solbag, what was your post on that? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for the trifling show, but I refused to help, I'll have you know. It was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few nails. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me, so I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door? But why? That's so suspicious. Something you were interested in? And just what was that? It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know? It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgypoo, of course. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to her testimony later. Looks like we shouldn't force it right now. And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time? Oh? Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Cordo's room? I have no idea. I wasn't born, so I couldn't count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am. Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report. In any case, the witness saw something, correct? Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room, he was. Yes, he was. Ah, I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud. Oh, what? I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right now. Well, I guess I could tell you since he was such a bad boy anyway. You saw my client? Are you sure about that? Yes, see? Really? Annoying brat? When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat last year, I should delve into this a bit further. What was the man you saw carrying? In which hand? His right or his left? Now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question. Indeed. Please be more specific, Mr. Wright. Sorry. Right hand? He wasn't carrying anything in that hand. Then how about his left? Empty. Well, this whole thing has been a lot of nothing. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just not important or relevant in any way? I don't know. Save. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say. Mr. Wright, there is something much more valuable than a person's pride, and that is time. Please don't waste this poor precious time with worthless questions. She may not remember things and be mistaken here or there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us, really bad. But then, that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She strayed on a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? Okay. Okay, we're gonna try something else. The person's face. Please tell the court about the man's face in more detail. You don't need me to tell you about his face. That soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. His right eye covered by his silky hair, his sparkling, shiny teeth. His teeth were shining? Well, he's shining all around on this week's pin-up poster, dearie. This week's pin-up? What do you mean? I don't care how he looks in this week's issue. Please stand with what you saw that night. What? A guard's face is the same no matter where it is. You know, you whippersnapper. So, Mr. Wright? It's very important. Then perhaps we would point out that something. Okay. We have one more thing we can do. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. He was wearing that at the detention center, too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men. Right. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please. Well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must... Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket? What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it. She's so sure of herself that it's to the point of self-absorption. Okay. There's gotta be something in that last part. Save. Okay. Is there anything I can present? Yeah. Miss Oldbag. What? Don't say my name for no reason. Do you know what this is? That's button number 2 on Jammin' Ninja's costume. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here, give it here. You don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Wow, she really is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Engarde's body during a full body search. See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard. It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai hakama pants. See? And on guard is the nickel samurai. Witness. Now it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say the defendant was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, maybe you'd think I'm... Okay. Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Engarde, the man, but Mr. Engarde, the nickel samurai. But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Edgy Poo, you think so too? Well, it may be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you. Engarde. Yes, now I remember. The nickel samurai, that's right. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear this costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know? So he must have worn that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. But he didn't know about the meeting. Do I have evidence that says that? I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. You onions today. I told you, there's no way it was anyone else. How do you know that? Because I said so, and what I say is the truth. At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I don't wanna. You can't make me. But he didn't know about it. He didn't know about that. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing, and that included the Jammin' Ninja. Of course it included him. That's why when Engarde came out of dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. I see. Well, anyway. So let me ask you one last time. The person you saw really was the Nickel Samurai? As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? Can I throw in the towel yet? You don't need to think too hard on this one. Huh? There's a contradiction in her testimony and sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us. Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first. No, I know it's... He didn't know about it. I'm just gonna press on everything first. Would you please get on with your testimony? What's your language? She's actually singing. Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and stick to just the facts. You promise, right? Right. I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. You showed Edgeworth way more hate than he's shown you lately. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket. Now he's not? Not too long ago? Let me ask you this, when you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream? Huh? My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, a hero of the public's court. So what? See? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well, what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? And now is everything. Okay, okay. Okay. And why would that be? That way no one could see his face, of course. But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. You are such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change it out of his costume. Oh, I got an achievement. Okay, but it's kind of in my way. Okay, I'm like, I can't see. Do I have evidence? I don't think I have any evidence that says he didn't know about it. Nope. Okay. If the music doesn't stop, you go when you press load. And you try again. I'm just confused. He didn't know about it, but I don't think I have any evidence that says, oh, he didn't know about it. Yeah, going right there. Okay. I don't know. It's not the autopsy, is it? No. I'm just confused. I'm not sure what they want us to... Apparently Mia knows what's going on. I'm trying to think. I have evidence. Where is it? What about the photo of the crime scene? Why was he... Nope. I'm just gonna keep trying. We're gonna figure it out eventually. Man, if I had to play this on the DS, I would lose so fast. I just don't know where they're going with this. And it's probably something super obvious. He had to go right after, but he didn't know about it. I don't think there's... Okay, no. Murder? No, no. No? Okay. I'm just confused. I could just sit here pressing buttons, or... Just let me think for like 2 seconds. Okay. He must have worn that costume when he was stabbing him. Just keep trying different things. There's blood everywhere. No? Did I do this one already? I can't remember. Nope. Okay. Try the murder weapon. I'm not sure. Because he just had dinner, didn't he? I mean, I guess he could have just eaten dinner in the... I did the knife on that one. I haven't done it on this one yet, I don't think. He just had dinner. Music stop! Okay, we're good. We're good. Please take a look at this. Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. No, because it was planted. Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? Whose car are we driving? If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. So true. I'm so planted. That's right, the Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Oh. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Why would he do that? Come on, Edgeworth. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there's one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume at the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off, so it's not premeditated. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I have heard that before. Well, what do you have to say about Mr. On Guard Edgeworth's theory? When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing. Now up to this point, are there any problems? That's not... The theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. That there's premeditated. What are you blabbing about? Oh wait, don't say it, because if that's the wrong... Yeah, we'll just wait. I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. What? Something to do with the manager, right? Shoot, I should have saved it. Let me think. I think it has something to do with Adrian. Maybe it's this. No? Really? Okay, hold on. I have to go back. Where was I? Okay, one sec. Okay, present evidence. Present the knife. Okay. He probably went in there to talk about his manager in that situation. Also, he was supposed to reveal a secret. There's so many different reasons he could have went in there. I don't have a specific one. His objection is so aggressive. contradiction. There's definitely a contradiction.
Take that!
Really? Okay, hold on. Hold on. He did have a secret he was gonna spill, but I guess the tabloid maybe doesn't count. Okay, there's a contradiction. I'm having such a hard time with this one. Okay. What do you thought about? For an argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Agai was the killer. If that's the case, if he's a killer, why is he a killer? Why? Why? Why did he go in there? It was not the article, not the camera. Oh, he was gonna confess something, yeah? No? Seriously? Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to think. Oh, okay, that doesn't do anything. No problems? I can't see any real problems. But if you let Edgeworth's theory stand, then we're one very large step closer to a guilty verdict. So there is a contradiction. So we know that's the right answer, and now we just need to... We had contradict something in earlier testimony. And then... What was his intent? Why did... He just won. I don't understand why... We've already tried this. The guitar? No? I don't understand what you're getting at, Edgeworth. Okay. I'm so confused. We're gonna figure this out. Why does he want him dead? Did I do the tabloid one already? I was asked not to present that. But am I supposed to? No? Okay. We're gonna keep trying. Sorry guys, I used to be decent at this game. It just keeps getting harder. This is tricky. Okay. Also, aren't I supposed to beat this case in one court day? I don't think that's gonna happen. There's a missing camera. No? I don't know. There's so many pieces. He didn't really have any good reasons to kill him. What else can we... He's the killer. If he is the killer, why would he want him dead? Why would you want him dead? No. Or, let me try something. Really? Oh my gosh. I hate having to things up. I'm just so confused. I don't think I have intent. I'm just confused.
Take that!
You just keep trying things until the things are happy. This knife. This was used by Mr. Angard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Corrida. Oh yeah, because you said it was premeditated. Oh, I see. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Because the knife wasn't even what killed it. Right? Am I wrong about that? I thought that was the thing. Order, I say. Order in the court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Oh, to frame him. Yeah, duh. Duh. It's to frame my client. Of course. To frame... aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Witness? Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo? Witness, did you or did you not really see the nickel samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Angard with the nickel samurai, his character on TV? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai, that's for sure. She wasn't waiting for... Alright, then who were you waiting around for? That's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct, witness? The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case for nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. That's stupid. This is insane. Okay. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida. Maybe, Phoenix, maybe the Oldbag was waiting around for that person. If it's who I think May is hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Oldbag, were you waiting for this person? Because of the gossip. Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, the manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. This is, I see. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews? Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. Witness, what in the world are you... Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I got some information. Some very secret information. Whoa. From a certain source. That's why I was doing my own investigation. Of course. But what for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. Well, how will you proceed? I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide. I see. Very well then, witness. Please testify about this secret information. Get ready. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. We're not that old. That Angard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to getting close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet. Okay? The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic. What? Nobody's about gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter and found that the truth and the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. This means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now. Okay. Okay. Suspicious. Okay. You don't have any proof that On Guard did such a thing. You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right. You're right, I can't do anything, but boy do I wish I could do something about you. Alright then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that On Guard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Do I have evidence? Let's see. I'm not gonna let you push me around that easily. There are many men who've said those exact words and paid dearly for them. Here's my proof. I don't think I have any proof. I don't think I have anything. What are you handing it to me for? So you can give that jacket-headed baboon boy a message for me, please. Tell him that no matter what he does, the only thing he's good at is failing. What she said right, or should I say baboon boy? Baboon boy. Okay. Load. Load. I need all the help I could get. Okay. I don't think that's the right part. I don't have anything to offer. See? Just as I thought. You were lecturing me about saying things without proof. Suspicious. Okay. So what do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was laying around and close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Holland's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson, something you youngins need. I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop. Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through the door that night. Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Secret information that no one else knows yet? If that's true, then how do you know this secret information? Oh, well, that's because I'm a pro, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drilled a hole in my brain, you'll never find out. If you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got this secret information, you won't get to go home today. Edgy Poo, what are you doing? Help me. What do I have to do with this? Just do it for me, you'll get your reward. I don't want your reward, but don't leave me much of a choice.
Objection!
The witness could have gotten her information from anywhere. It's even possible that it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head. And he lectures me on reckless blabbering. It's quite a waste of time to focus on the line of questioning. Right? Sounds like just another tidbit of gossip. If it's not useful, I'm not reading it. That's just slander. But it's true, the woman who was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars. The name of the magazine, this came from Gossip Land. What? Are you saying that gossip is just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. What? Anyway, and God will never get me to say touche. scandal. You're a dim-witted one. Okay.
Hold it!
Didn't bear any ill will. I don't think so. Because he did. He just didn't want him dead. He beat him. Okay.
Hold it!
Quite the trial. Okay. Present evidence? So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? Then why do you know it? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that! Witness. I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire secret info. Oh, this is how you came to acquire it, isn't it? Was there something else? Let me start with the tabloid. Okay.
Take that! Objection!
You call that proof? It looks more like proof of spite towards the witness. If you have nothing to back up your claims, then they are no more valid than gossip. Objection sustained. Hey! You are stupid. Okay, where else would she have gotten the information? This is important. Okay, present evidence. Because she's getting nervous. This is it. This is it. Are you getting it directly from here? Anything else? I didn't mean to do that. Did you get it from... How would she have known about this? Nah.
Take that! Objection!
Really? Really? Okay. Fine. Fine, Edgeworth. Fine. Be that way. You know what? I was so excited to see you. I did not miss you. How did you get it? Is there any...
Take that! Objection!
No? You know, considering I was all like, I will never share this information, I sure am trying to present it a lot. What if I wait and see? Nope. Okay. There's gotta be evidence. I'm so confused. What is the evidence? Okay. How did she find out? Who did she hear from? Oh! I bet. Did she hear it from him? Will Powers?
Take that!
No! No! I know who she heard it from. I know who she heard it from. Hold on. Hold on. She heard it from the reporter lady. So then we're gonna have her come witness next time. Oh my gosh. Or testify, not witness. Okay, present evidence. She heard it from the reporter. 110%. She had to have. Right? Here she is.
Take that!
You heard it from Lotta. Really? Or did she steal the camera? Maybe she stole the camera. I got it. I got it. She stole Lotta's camera. I know it. Because she's so nervous. There's no way she didn't steal the camera. Come on. This is only my 10th guess. Where's the camera? There's the camera. The investigative photographer Lotta Hart. Yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing. On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. And then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless. Huh, that's it. That's the note. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. That infamous puppy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard. She said to herself, on guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Thief. Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. Like the camera? You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? If I let her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness. You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? You stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all. You're lying. I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Miss Oldbag, I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. You stole the camera. You stole the camera. It's just the same thing.
Take that!
Oh, Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, my sweet $1,600 camera disappeared on me. Why, witness. What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it is only logical that you have the camera, too. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for? That's... What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you, I fall in love and borrow things from people. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, Slime Bag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Suspicious. Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There is only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. This is Nickel Samurai. See, I told you, that's the guy I saw. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. What does this all mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Engard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that's the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, right? The court will consider them before we close. Let me just, Okay. Do you agree this photo is decisive against your client? There's something strange. What is it? There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. This is so much fun, guys. Okay. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, Then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. Why can't you take a good shot? Ever. Sorry, I just don't want to. I have a feeling this might take me a little bit. What's about this photo is strange. I'm looking. You're wearing the gloves.
Take that!
It's this person here, of course. You mean the Nickel Samurai. What was wrong with that? At the time of the murder, Mr. On Guard was in his own room. Which means this Nickel Samurai is... If you think that's all it takes, you should reconsider your choice of occupation. I think it's about time you retired. What? What? No, he's wearing gloves. Okay, fine. 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 You suck, Edgeworth. I don't know. Where's the door he's coming from? Oh, okay, nope. Nope. I'm so confused. What's weird about the photo? I think the person looks strange. I think because the gloves are on. And where's the blood?
Take that!
Okay. You guys are awful. Okay, what's the problem with the photo? What are these notes? Where's the blood?
Take that!
Blood. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing at? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, then you would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this?
Objection!
I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. See, I didn't think about that. I was just like, where's the blood thing? Please pay attention. Pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Good job, Phoenix. Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. Then I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt on Guard, then everything in the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. What? Right. I have something I wanted to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt on Guard. In that case, who is this photo of? Don't stress, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah. Why is he so calm? Well, I don't think it is her, but we have to accuse her. Adrian Andrews. If you want to know who the Nickel Samurai is, it's none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. Engarde's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Engarde that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Engarde's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Order. Looks like this trial is a most unexpected development. I don't think it was her. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day? If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya. Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? Now then. Please, Your Honor. Continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I can't do that. We can't get... Is she here? Oh. I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Andrew Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? Yo. What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well, we will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness at this time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will take a 10-minute recess. Oh my. She didn't do it. I'm sorry, she did not do it. Phoenix, I think you're wrong on this one. I don't know who did it, but I don't think she did it. So we're accusing a rather innocent woman who wants her secret safe, and I am very uncomfortable right now.